The office manager stared at the soda in my hand like I just pulled the pin on a grenade. "Is that MY drink?" she demanded. I could feel everyone in the break room watching, waiting. And as I calmly lifted the can to my lips, I realized something beautiful. This was the perfect moment to give her the exact speech she gave me months ago. The moment she would learn that the break room isn't your break room applies to her too. If you've ever had your lunch stolen, been blamed for someone else's mess, or dealt with a boss who thinks rules don't apply to them, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and comment JUST if you've ever wanted to serve a little workplace karma yourself. Because today's story, oh, it's delicious. I work in an office that looks normal from the outside, beige walls, stale coffee smell, humming printers. But inside, we've got a phantom. A thief. Not the dramatic, movie kind. No, ours is the worst kind, a petty, shameless, snack-stealing gremlin who raids the break room like it's a buffet. Most people shrugged it off. A missing soda here, a stolen frozen burrito there. But not me. See, money is tight, and when you're stretching your salary, every yogurt, every applesauce cup, every can of soda matters. I don't bring extra food. I bring just enough to get me through the day, and every item has my name clearly marked on it. I learned to label everything after an earlier incident where the office manager, let's call her Brenda, lectured us about keeping food organized. "Put your food in the break room fridge," she'd said back then. "Don't store it at your desk." So that's what I did. Until one week, everything I brought in vanished. Cereal, gone. Yogurt, gone. Applesauce, gone. Every single soda, not even a crumb left. It was like someone walked in with a shopping cart and said, "Yeah, I'll take the entire top shelf." When I approached the office manager expecting support, Brenda hit me with that corporate tone that managers use when they're 2 seconds away from dismissing you. "Did you put your name on it?" she asked, eyebrows raised. "Wes." "Did you see someone take it?" "No, but." "Do you have proof someone here took it?" I stood there, gripping the edge of her desk, trying not to explode. My food was gone. It had my name on it, and she was acting like I was the problem. I explained again, calmly. I needed that food. I had labeled it. Someone stole it. This was an ongoing issue. She sighed, leaned back, and with the condescending tone of a school principal scolding a child, said, "The break room is not your break room. It's shared space. If you're concerned about your food, keep it at your desk from now on." I stared at her. This was the same woman who had previously scolded us for keeping food at our desks. But arguing with her was like trying to teach algebra to a potato, so I backed away, nodded, and walked out. But inside, I felt that hot, buzzing frustration in my chest. The feeling you get when someone in authority treats you like you're stupid, like you're overreacting, like your needs don't matter. Fine, I thought. If the break room isn't my break room, I won't use it. So the next day, I bought myself a chilled food backpack, one of the sturdy ones with insulated pockets. I quietly kept all my food at my desk. My drawers became my personal mini fridge, my soda stash right next to my folders. Weeks passed. People still complained about missing items here and there. But not a single thing stolen since removing myself from the break room economy. Karma was doing its thing. Then came the potluck. It was supposed to be lighthearted. Everyone brings snacks, some drinks, maybe a dessert. I brought my usual. A handful of Dr. Pepper Zero cans. They're my comfort drink, my ritual, the one thing that helps me power through endless emails. I put none of them in the fridge. I kept every can in my backpack under my desk. Now, here's something you need to know about Brenda. She loves her soda, especially Dr. Pepper Zero. And for the first time in months, she brought her own cans to the potluck fridge. Labeled, marked, claimed, and guess what? They disappeared. All of them vanished like a magic trick. And Brenda, oh, she did not handle it well. I was in the break room grabbing a plate when she stormed in holding an empty spot in the fridge like it had personally offended her. "Someone took my drinks," she snapped. There were 4 other people in the room, and instantly you could feel everyone freeze. A moment later, she spotted me sitting at a table, calmly cracking open one of my Dr. Peppers. Her eyes went wide. She marched right over like an angry mall cop. "Is that MY drink?" she demanded. Now here's the thing, normally I'm non-confrontational, but in that moment, something ancient and powerful rose up in me. The memory of her dismissiveness, her smug tone, her accusations, her refusal to help, the humiliation of being told to keep food at your desk when that had once been against the rules. So I smiled. "Nope," I said. "I brought this from home." She frowned, suspicious. "Well, is my name on it?" "Nope." "Then where did you get it if you didn't get it from the fridge?" I leaned back, savoring every millisecond. "There's this amazing place called the grocery store," I said calmly. "They let you purchase canned sodas. I keep mine up front with me. Here." I unzipped my backpack and showed her the rest of my cans nestled inside like precious jewels. For a second, she didn't speak. She couldn't. The entire break room watched her brain try to process this unexpected turn. Finally, she snapped, "Do you know who took my drinks?" And I delivered the line I had waited months for. I tilted my head and said, "Well, did you see anyone take them? And do you have proof anyone in the office took them?" Her mouth fell open. The tables had turned, and she knew it. But I wasn't done. She tried to regain her authority, sneering, "I shouldn't any proof. My name was on them." I nodded slowly, deliberately. My name was on my food too, but it didn't stop someone from taking it. Remember, the break room isn't your break room. It's shared space. If you're concerned about your drinks, maybe you should keep them at your desk from now on. The silence in that room, you could have heard a pretzel drop. Someone in the corner actually choked on a chip. Brenda's face turned a shade of red I've only ever seen on boiled lobsters. She sputtered for a few seconds, trying to come up with a response, but there was nothing she could say. She had been perfectly checkmated by her own hypocrisy. I took another slow, dramatic sip of my soda, and the look in her eyes. That was the moment she realized she wasn't the queen of the office she thought she was. Her rules weren't universal. Her dismissiveness had consequences. She stormed off, muttering under her breath, probably already drafting a write-up for me. But here's the thing, do I care? Not even a little. This company needs me more than I need them. And I've already started applying elsewhere anyway. But before I go, I'm glad I got to give her a taste. Just a taste of the disrespect she dished out so freely, because sometimes the best revenge isn't elaborate. Sometimes it's not dramatic. Sometimes it's just repeating someone's own words back to them at the perfect moment and watching them crumble. After that incident, Brenda avoided me for the rest of the day. She didn't come into the break room while I was there, didn't make eye contact, didn't attempt to reassert dominance. Coworkers whispered about it in the hallways. Did you see how OP shut her down? She deserved it. This place is wild. For once, I wasn't the office pushover. I wasn't the complainer. I wasn't the person being brushed aside. I was the person who stood their ground, calmly, politely, and with perfect irony. That moment didn't fix the office thief problem. But it did something better. It exposed a bully and reminded everyone that rules apply to everyone, even the people who love enforcing them. As for Brenda's missing sodas, she never found the culprit, but she did start keeping her food at her desk. Funny how that works. Sometimes justice isn't loud, it isn't explosive. It's quiet, sharp, and perfectly timed, like a mirror held up to someone who's spent years avoiding their own reflection. And when they finally see themselves, the shock is the real revenge. If you enjoyed that sweet, subtle karma, hit that like button. It helps the channel more than you know. Subscribe for more stories where justice isn't just served, it's served cold. And tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying workplace revenge you've ever seen? I might just turn your story into our next video.